Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danielle if you're new, and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and Mercari. Today is Wednesday, which means a brand new What's So Wednesday video is here. If you are new here and you're not sure what What's So Wednesday is, this is a video I release every Wednesday and I go through my sales from the previous week, talk about them more in depth, kind of talk about where I got the item, how much I paid for it, where it sold, and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in seeing my sales from last week, go ahead and keep watching and let's jump right in. Alright, so jumping right in, these sales are going to be from July 25th to July 31st. It was a pretty average sales week. A couple days I had quite a few, a couple days I had none. So pretty average for me, nothing too crazy, nothing too slow, which is just kind of where I like to be. So we're going to start with July 25th, and the first sale was a Poshmark sale. And this is a pair of Nike Women's Revolution 2 running shoes. And these were from a flip consignment lot. They were in a size 8. They sold for $29 with a Poshmark fee of $5.80, and then I was left with $23.20. These were a pretty old style of Nike, which is why I sold them for $29. They sold in about a week, and I believe I listed them at $35. When I received an offer for $29, I just went ahead and accepted. It was very reasonable, and since these were an older style of Nike shoe, I knew they weren't going to sell for a ton, so I was okay taking $29, and then myself and my client had a good profit. Next is another Poshmark sale, and this is a pair of frame, brand new with tag, Lehigh skinny jeans in a size 28. These sold for $70 with a Poshmark fee of $14, and then I was left with $56. This was once again from a flip consignment lot. Took about 3.5 months to sell, so a little longer than I would like. The time period on this lot was extended, so that's why it is 3.5 months. This was not one of my best lots. It's kind of one of my older lots that I got when I was still kind of in the beginning. And so looking back now, if I were to see this lot in there now, probably wouldn't have applied for it, but that's okay. I'm still trying to sell through as much as I can, and this still was a great profit. Frame doesn't really sell as well as it used to for me, jean wise. I feel like it used to sell better, but I'm glad I let these go for $70. I think I listed them, I don't know, I think maybe $80 or so. So I had a reasonable offer, and I'm so happy with the sale. And next we have another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Stuart Weitzman brown Roman suede flat sandals. These were in a size 8, and they sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and that left me with $32. These were also from a flip consignment lot, and they took just under 2 months to sell. Stuart Weitzman is hit and miss for me. Some of their items sell really well, and some of their items just sit for a long time. I did want a little more for these sandals because I think they were worth a little more, but I had relisted them once already, and when I got an offer for $40, it was pretty reasonable, so I just went ahead and decided I would accept the offer. And next we have another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Lululemon tracker shorts in midnight navy. These were in a size 6, and they sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then that left me with $32. This, once again, a flip consignment lot. These took less than a week to sell. I originally listed them at $50. Received an offer for $40, and these specific shorts had a little wear on them, and the logo was kind of worn, so that's why I accepted $40. Still a very reasonable offer, and very reasonable for this pair of shorts. They sold extremely fast, and of course had great profit for myself and my client. My next sale was a Mercari sale, and this is a pair of Nike women's Tangent sneakers, and they were just the black and white version. These sold for $30 with a selling fee of $3 and a processing fee of $1.17. And then that left me with $25.83. These were, once again, from a flip consignment lot. You can see a trend here. A ton of my sales this week were from, or last week, I should say, were from flip consignment lots. This has become a huge part of my business. But these were actually 2 different sizes, and so I sold them once before and actually had them returned. They're only a half size off, so it's not that much of a difference. But I actually didn't notice it, and my client actually didn't notice it either. I sold them again on Mercari for $30. I would have got more for them if they were the same size, but I was still happy with the sale, and they took 1.5 months to sell, so still happy with it. And that just goes to show you can really sell pretty much anything. Shoes that are 2 different sizes can still sell, surprisingly, but I am happy with this sale. And next we have another Mercari sale, and this is a pair of American Eagle high-rise distressed skinny jeans. These sold for $24 with a selling fee of $2.40, and then a processing fee of $1, and that made me $20.60. These I got from the thrift store for $4.50, and they took less than 24 hours to sell. I thrifted these one day, listed them the next day, and they sold the next day. So less than 24 hours these sold. American Eagle jeans that are really distressed like this and high-rise skinny leg always sell pretty consistently for me between $25 and $30. This offer was on Mercari for $24, so I did accept just because their fees are a little lower, but still had a great profit. And I can move American Eagle jeans so quickly that I don't mind paying $4.50 to $5, sometimes even $6 for them, because I know it's a very, very fast flip. So I'm very happy with this sale, and they sold so fast. And moving on to July 26th, the first sale was another Mercari sale, and this was a soft surroundings cold shoulder tunic. I think it was called the Sunset Tunic. This sold for $30 with a selling fee of $3 and a processing fee of $1.17, and that left me with $25.83. This was also from that same thrift trip that I took, and I paid $5 for this shirt, and it took 24 hours to sell. This $5 was a great price for. I've sold this tunic once before in a different color. I think it was gray and white, and I sold it on Poshmark. So I knew that this style of soft surroundings would sell. Pretty picky with soft surroundings. A lot of it does pretty well, but some of it just sits. So I always look up soft surroundings before I buy it. This piece was doing well, and I had already sold it before, so I knew it would sell again. I didn't expect to get 30. I expected to get more like 25 for it, but 30 was amazing. I originally had it listed at 35. I received an offer for 30. Immediately accepted. Great offer, and happy with the sale. Next up is another Poshmark sale, and this is by the brand CWX, which is a new to me brand, and this was the Endurance Generator women's tights in a size large. These sold for $32 with a Poshmark fee of $6.40, and then that left me with $25.60. These were from a flip consignment lot again. They took 1.5 weeks to sell. I originally had them listed at, I want to say 40, received an offer for 32, thought it was pretty reasonable, and just decided to accept. This brand is actually new to me. I'd never heard of it before my consignment client sent it to me. But I have come to like this brand because this pair sold very fast. I have another pair that has a ton of interest on it as well. So this is definitely a brand I will be looking out for, and I recommend that you also look out for this brand when you are searching through activewear. Next up is a Mercari sale, and this is a pair of Nike Pro 3-inch training shorts in black. These sold for $25 with a selling fee of $2.50 and a processing fee of $1.03, and that left me with $21.47. These were once again from a flip consignment lot. They took about 2 days to sell. These sold outright for full price. Listed them for $25. They sold for $25. I pretty much expected to get this from them. I figured they'd sell on Mercari. It's pretty popular on Mercari. And these sold extremely fast. I kind of knew these would sell fast. These are really sought after, the Nike Pro shorts. Next up is a Poshmark sale, and this is a pair of Lululemon Sunset Salutation crops. And they were in the green and Ziggy Snake color. These were in a size 8. They sold for $35 with a Poshmark fee of $7, and that left me with $28. These were from a flip consignment lot again. These took about 3 weeks to sell, and I'm happy with it. I did want a little more for them, but they did have a decent amount of wear on them, so I was okay letting them go for $35. I think I listed them at $45 originally, and I think I sent an offer for $40 and discounted shipping. Someone countered $35, and I just decided I would go ahead and accept. But I'm still happy with the sale, and it still had great profit for myself and my client. And the last sale for July 26th was a Poshmark sale, and it was a pair of Nike women's Renew Arrival sneakers, and these were in a size 7.5. They sold for $48 with a Poshmark fee of $9.60, and that left me with $38.40. These, once again, were a flip consignment lot item. They took about a month to sell, so very happy with it. I think I listed these at $55, I want to say, originally. I think I received a pretty low offer, and I countered $48, and they ended up just accepting. I was probably going to go as low as probably $45 for them, but $48 was a good price. So I'm happy with the sale, and great profit for myself and my client. So next, July 27th, I actually had no sales this day, so a $0 sales day, which is okay. And then July 28th, I actually made no sales myself either, but I did have a flip sale I wanted to share with you guys. I told you I wouldn't really share the tiny flip sales with you guys anymore, the ones that from the boxes that I send in, but I would say, share the higher priced ones, surprising ones, or just ones I was excited about. So this item sold for my flip pro seller, and it was by the brand Hatch, and it was just a gray dress, and I believe now that I sent this off, I think it's a maternity brand. So this was a maternity dress, and it actually sold for $70, which was extremely surprising. And then I have a 45% commission in this, and I was left with $31.50. This dress was actually from my palette, and I didn't really some of the stuff I just didn't have time to do research on, so I sent it away. But now I know that this brand Hatch sells for this much. I will definitely not be sending it away again, but I still made a very, very good profit on this, even though it was not sold by me. And moving on to July 29th, the first sale I made was another Poshmark sale, and this was a pair of Zara flat crisscross sandals with studs. They were in a size 9. They sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and that left me with $24. These were from my Jomar Wholesale Zara shoes box, and I paid $4.29 for them, and they sold in 1 week. Great profit on this. They sold extremely fast. This Jomar box actually turned out really well. I'm very excited to sell through this stuff, and I basically made half or more of my money back with just this one item. And next is a Mercari sale. This is a pair of OTBT locate flat sandals. These sold for $45 with a selling fee of $4.50 and then a processing fee of $1.61, and that left me with $38.89. This was another new to me brand, and this was a flip consignment lot item as well. These took about 6 weeks to sell. They were brand new. They came with the box. I'd never heard of this brand before, but it seems to be selling really well. When I was looking up comps, I saw a bunch of other shoes kind of all over the place, but for the most part, they were selling for a really good amount. So this is a great price. I think I listed these at $59 originally, and I thought $45 was still a great price for them, so I decided to let them go for $45. I'm still happy with this, and I think it's a great sale, and I had great profit for myself and my client. And next up is a Poshmark sale. This is just an ASOS blue denim mini skirt. This was in a size 10. It sold for $19 with a Poshmark fee of $3.80, and then I was left with $15 and $20. This skirt is from a Jomar Wholesale box, and it took me about 11 months to sell it. I spent $4.26 on it. This is actually from one of my first, if not my first, Jomar box ever, and I thought it would sell a lot better, but it just didn't. I think I had it listed at like 25, and I just accepted 19 because I'd had it for a while. Nonetheless, I'm still happy with it, and it still had a good profit. And next is another Mercari sale, and this was a Zara green fit and flare mini dress. This sold for $23 with a selling fee of $2.30 and a processing fee of 97 cents, and that left me with $19.73. This was from a flip consignment lot again. Took about 3 months to sell. This actually sold, I think, right as I extended the time. So a great time period and a pretty good profit for a Zara item. Zara doesn't sell for a ton, but I did like this dress. I thought it was really cute, and $23 was a pretty reasonable price for it. I think I had it listed at $28 originally, so I had a great offer, and I'm still happy with the sale. And next is a Poshmark sale, and this was an Athleta brand new with tag Pacifica contoured top in red. This was in a size extra large. It sold for $39 with a Poshmark fee of $7.80, and then I was left with $31.20. This was from a flip consignment lot. Once again, this took about 2 weeks to sell, and it sold outright, which means I listed it for $39 and it sold for $39. I did have high hopes for this shirt, but this is not the best selling Athleta piece ever. $39 is a very good price. I actually have another one in my closet too that I'm hoping will also sell for $39. But I'm very happy with this sale, and of course it had great profit for myself and my client. And the last sale for July 29th was a Tularosa brand new with tag Annie one-piece swimsuit in sky blue. This was in a size medium. It sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then that left me with $32. This swimsuit took about a month to sell, so great time period, and I originally listed it at, I want to say $50. I received an offer for $40, and I had already sent offers once, I think at $45 with this kind of shipping. So when I received an offer for $40, I just went ahead and accepted. I thought it was still reasonable and within the sold comps for the specific piece. And the inside liner was missing, but the tag was still attached. So I just decided to go ahead and accept the offer. I thought it was reasonable, and of course it still had great profit for myself and my client. And moving on to July 30th, this first thing that sold was a Poshmark sale, and this is a pair of mint vanilla brand new with tag white and blue embroidered shorts. These were in a size 8, and they sold for $15 with a Poshmark fee of $3, and then that left me with $12. These were from a Jomar Wholesale box, and they took me about 7 to 8 months to sell. They cost me about $3.22, so not the best sale, not the most profitable item ever, but it still did make a profit. This is actually some like boutique brand, which I strongly dislike selling boutique brands, and this specific Jomar box had a ton of them in it. It was an okay sale. It still made profit, and I'm still okay with it, but definitely not the best sale. And then the last sale for July 30th was a pair of Topshop Jamie high-waist flare leg jeans. These were in a size 26. They sold for $35 with a Poshmark fee of $7, and then that left me with $28. These were from a flip consignment lot. Again, I feel like every sale I had this week was from a flip lot. But these sold in less than a week. I originally listed them at $40. Received an offer for $30. I counted $35, and then they accepted. This is a style of jean that I knew it's pretty in style right now and popular, so I knew I'd get at least $35 at the lowest, so that's why I was pretty firm with $35 as my counter. But this had great profit, sold extremely fast, and I'm very happy with this sale. And moving on to the last day of the week, July 31st, the first sale I made was a Mercari sale, and this is a Lululemon men's sprint long sleeve top in black. This sold for $32 with a selling fee of $3.20 and a processing fee of $1.23, and then I was left with $27.57. This was from a flip consignment lot again. Took about 3 weeks to sell. I did want a little more, but was okay with $32. I originally listed it at $40, and since it was Mercari, $32 was still very reasonable with their fees. I think I said this was a flip consignment lot, but I'm happy with this sale, and it sold pretty fast, so I can't complain. Next up is a Poshmark sale, and this is a Free People Lovin' Leopard thermal top. This was in a size small. It sold for $38 with a Poshmark fee of $7.60, and then I was left with $30.40. This, again, was from a flip consignment lot. It took about 5 weeks to sell. I originally had this listed at $50, a little on the higher side because the solds were kind of all over the place, with a couple that are like 50 plus, a couple that were like 30. So I went with 50, and then when I received an offer, I think this offer originally was like a $30 offer, and I countered like a couple times, and we landed on 38. So still happy with this profit. It was still in, actually, I think it was over the estimates that I gave still, but this sold pretty fast, and great profit for myself and my client. Next is another Poshmark sale. This is an Ariat Lucy soft shell zipper front jacket. This was in a size small. It sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. This is once again a flip consignment lot item. This sold in less than a week. This sold extremely fast. I originally had this listed at $55 and got a pretty low offer for I think $35. I countered I think 50, and then she countered 35, and then I countered 45, and I was not going to go below 45 because the solds for this were really good, and the jacket was in great condition, so I didn't want to go lower than 45. She ended up accepting, and I sold it for 45. This was a great profit for myself and my client, and I have really began to love Ariat or Ariat, however you say it. I think it sells really well, and it always sells pretty fast for me, so definitely a brand that I will be looking out for. And next is another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Choco men's Z2 classic sport sandals. These were in a size 10. They sold for $55 with a Poshmark fee of $11, and then I was left with $44. These were also from a flip consignment lot, and once again took less than a week to sell. These last two items are from the same lot, but these shoes actually surprised me. I didn't think I'd sell them for $55, but I guess I just have never found Chocos before, so that's why I've never sold them before. But I will definitely be keeping my eyes peeled for Chocos because I knew they did well, but I just never find them. So I really want to find them myself, but I'm very happy with this sale. Okay, we're almost to the end. 2 more to go. This next sale is a Poshmark sale again. This is by the brand Silent D, which I believe is an Anthropologie brand. These were the Jared Wrap heels. They were like in a blush light pink. These were in a Europe size 40. These sold for $26 with a Poshmark fee of $5.20, and then I was left with $20.80. These were from a flip consignment lot once again. They took about 3 weeks to sell. I did want a little more for these. I thought I would get a little more, but I had sent some offers and I got a counter back for $26, so I just accepted just to move them fairly quickly, and it was still good profit, but I did really want to get more. And last but certainly not least, this is a Poshmark sale. This is a Madewell flecked turtleneck sweater in navy. This was in a size extra large. It sold for $34 with a Poshmark fee of $6.80, and then I offered a shipping discount of $1.50, and I was left with $25.70. This was once again from a flip consignment lot, and it took just under 2 months to sell. So I did relist this once, and it sold fairly fast after relisting. And then I was sending offers, and someone accepted this offer. I was very happy with this sale. I think I had this listed at, I want to say 38. I think it was $38 that I had it listed at originally. 34 was still very reasonable, and still, of course, had a great profit for myself and my client. All right, that is it for this week's What's So Wednesday video. Let me know down below what your favorite sale was for this week. Pretty average sales week, like I said in the beginning of the video, but I'm still very happy with it. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you again next week.